Hey everybody, good morning. This is Susie and welcome to a Vintage Design Studio. I'm at my dining room table and I'm going to make a really quick video because I have to get this package in the mail, which is for Itty Bitty Angie. Hi Angie. Just wanted to quickly show you what I'm sending her for her challenge. Um, I love Angie. She makes the most beautiful, tiniest little things, itty bitty things you've ever seen, like a property on a button. I mean, it's insane. I love it. Actually, one of these days, Angie, we have to do a swap or something. In the meantime, I just want to quickly show you. And I actually started to wrap a couple of things that are like fall related, like this really pretty fabric pumpkin that I made. So there's just a couple of things that are already wrapped up. I made some really small pumpkins, and in here is a small wreath magnet. You're just going to have to wait to watch the video to see what that is. At any rate, what I tried to do was make things that were small, not necessarily itty bitty or even tiny, that I am known for making over the years. Okay, so one thing that I made her was a handmade hanger sachet. It's really quite small. I have been making them for quite some time from scratch for showers and sweet 16s and gifts and such. What it is the hanger is completely made of scratch, and I made the padding with it as well so that you can spray it and put any perfume on it that you like. I have this really beautiful, it's about 4 inches or so, maybe 5, very pretty lace that's hanging down with some little mulberry flowers and pearls. Ever so pretty. Oops, sorry, it's kind of stuck. And the back is all finished, and you can see that underneath I finished the padding off myself with some seam binding. It's very pretty, so nicely made, and you can hang that like on a hanger or put it in your drawer or luggage traveling to make things smell pretty. I'm also known for my other types of sachets that look like this, which are wedding and bridal related. So I made something like this for you using Crafty Me beautiful applique. So pretty with some crinkled seam binding and some crystals and pearls. I hope you like that, Ange. And let me just make sure I got everything here. Oh, and also, hold on. I don't have it in any order. I'm never ready, and you guys know that too. I'm also very well known for my hearts. So I made a very small heart. You can see it's being held at the tips of my fingers. It can be hung anywhere in your craft room or in your dresser on a hanger, and you can spray it. The back is a silk with a pretty flower and some vintage trim that I gathered myself with a thread and needles, some mulberry paper flowers and pearls and crystal dangles. So pretty, and it's hanging on a organza ribbon that have pearls on them. So I hope you like that, Angie. And what I did was I thought you might like to have some of that lace that I used on the edges. So I have probably 2 yards here, I'm not really sure, with a little tie of a flower there. And also I made you this really pretty sachet pouch, which has lace on it from Crafty Me on the inside. I think that was from Italy or Paris at the time when I bought it. I don't know, I hoard her stuff. And the lace that's being held closed I got from Hobby Lobby. It's got the divider of ribbon up on top, and I closed it with sewing some pearls, looking like a button effect almost. And I have some gold strand around there with gold leaf, and I made those 2 flowers from silk. One is a tulip flower, and the other one is a really pretty rosette. And on the inside is just a little baggie. I saw somewhere online that she's looking for some buttons, so I have a lot of vintage buttons. When my fabric store closed, that was a few blocks from home, my husband bought the entire inventory of buttons, and so I have quite a bit. So these are vintage buttons, and it's in a little organza bag with a tiny little tag and a flower. So I hope you like that, Angie. And what I am also known for, which I try to get as itty bitty as I possibly could because I'm not used to making teensy weensy things, but here is a set of ballet slippers that I designed, and they're really small. I mean, they're probably as big as my pinky finger, and they came out so adorable. I'm really pleased with them. I don't even want to break away with them, but they are so cute. I hope you love these, Angie. I have some really pretty lace and pearl applique on there. And there's Fomarian foam on the bottom. I tried to decorate around the edges, but I didn't want to. You know, sometimes when you mess with something too much, you spoil it. And I didn't want to do that with these. So I hope you like those, Angie. And I also gave you this Capo di Monte flower. It's wrapped up. Everybody will see it when you open it yourself. And I was making bunches of hangers for an affair, and Angie saw them on Facebook, so I promised that I would make her some. So I came up with this idea of really small hangers with pearls a couple of years ago on Facebook. I shared it and I made a video on it. You guys can check it out on YouTube. And a really tiny one with the fabric on it also. It's a Chinese braid. Just so pretty. I hope you like that, Angie. And I'm also pretty well known for the Marie Antoinette themed items. So with that said, I made this really pretty umbrella. It does not open, it's not functional, but it's super cute. And I used a vintage lace on there that I have. It's about 40 years old. I use it sparingly, but I thought that you might like to have some of that, Angie, so I put some in there for you to try. And speaking of Marie Antoinette, I made this really pretty pillow. Her photo is printed on fabric, and I made the pouch, which is a heavy-weighted muslin, and it's got the... I made a really big one like this a while back. You can go back on YouTube and check it out. It's almost the same idea, kind of, but this one is much smaller. It's half the size of my hand, and it's probably like, I don't know what size photo this is, 4x4, almost like the size of an ATC. And I have some mulberry paper flowers on there and pretty trim. And the lace beneath the trim is very old. It's from Italy. It's my mother-in-law's. I use it very sparingly, but I managed to use a small piece all around just to make it almost like what I used before. The burgundy flowers I thought really offset the cream and the pink, giving it such an elegant and romantic touch. And it's being held by a cameo beige seam binding, where you can hang it up wherever you may like, or use it as a sachet if you want to. This is ink that's on here, so just if you would spray it, spray the back. And last but not least, one of the things that I was really very known for at one time was my top hats, and that's what this one is. And I made this top hat completely from scratch. It is very small. It's not itty bitty, it's small. It can fit at the tips of my fingers. So it's really tiny. I've got a lot of appliques on there. Crafty Me, pretty flower with the bugle beaded leaves. And the really pretty lace and pearl there and feathers. And on the background is that lace I gave Angie from the umbrella. And some beautiful trim all around. Completely finished with shooting pearl there. some flowers and some dangle pearl and ribbon in the back. The underneath is finished all the way around except for the inside. So I actually meant to do the inside, but it was kind of too late when I had the fabric down already. And again, I didn't want to spoil it. Nobody really sees the inside anyway, but I'm just letting you guys know that. Really very pretty. I did a great job on this. Hard to break away sometimes with beautiful things that you make. So Angie, I hope you like everything. And just the closure up on top when she opens the box. We'll have this really pretty rose. It's 2 roses with the netting. I'm sorry, it's morning. I'm very tired. I have a lot to do, and I wanted to make sure I get this video done for YouTube. It's kind of almost like a boutonniere flower. So I'm just going to actually put that up on the top when she opens it. And I also have this really tiny card. I'm not really sure I'm giving her that yet, but I'm just thinking of something that would be cute that would go with that. That's the opening. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching my video. I hope that you can share. I'm trying to reinstate my YouTube channel because it hasn't been very active for quite some time. For quite a while, I've been going through a lot of things, and it tore me away from what I love the most. And it's to craft. Unless I really have to craft, then I do. But the casual crafting for enjoyment has really been torn away. So anyway, it was really fun making all of these things for Angie, trying to get myself back into the swing of it. So thanks so much again for watching and commenting. I really appreciate it. Have a beautiful day and happy Thanksgiving.